Okay, so, back in like 2016, around when Overwatch launched and whatever, Overwatch launched in 2016, and then all of a sudden, obviously, if it exists, there's gonna be Rule 34 content of that thing, It just happens, that's how people are, I guess. That's been the way it is for like so fucking long. That's kind of like you end up expecting it after a while. But yeah, so it kind of doesn't really make sense that Blizzard would then be like, oh, we want to remove all Rule 34 content of our Overwatch characters. Like, apparently they wanted to remove all that shit back in like 2016. And it's kind of just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that, like, what? Like, you can't just remove that just because you don't like it. Like, it's not. It'd be one thing if it's like hurting people and it's like, someone's being a horrible person. But like sure that shit can be removed. But like having like Rule 34 content of like a fictional character, like especially since like all these characters are adults, and it's like this isn't hurting anyone. It's not like if you don't want to see it, then don't look it up. Don't look for it. So it's kind of like they're not hurting anyone. Like it's not like having a like porn art of Mercy is like it's not like that's hurting her or like Mercy players or anything. Like it's literally just someone's artwork. So Blizzard wanted to remove like art and videos and animations and stuff of people sexualizing these characters, but like also uh why are you making your characters look and have skins that are like sexualizing them, kind of? Like when they gave Mercy her witch skin, it's like her witch skin, not only did you kind of make her look like sexualized or whatever, but like it's like a common thing to sexualize witch characters, so it's kind of like if you didn't want people sexualizing Mercy, why did you give her a witch skin? And then, however many years later, they gave her her mage skin. So it's basically the same fucking thing as her witch skin, just in different colors. So it's like, you can't sexualize your own characters and then expect people to not sexualize your characters at the same time. Like, that's, like, just because they're your characters doesn't really mean that other people can't, whatever. There's also Mercy's like Nike skin and whatever. I'm pretty sure a lot of people sexualize her in that skin too. So it's kind of like I think it's just like she has the short skirt and whatever, and the Nike skin and whatever, and then people are like, oh, she has a short skirt and whatever, and then they try to sexualize her in that skin too. And then also with Widowmaker, not only did they, sexualize Widowmaker in the first place, with like her being in like the skin tight suit and stuff, but like also in Overwatch 2, they made like her select hero animation thing. Like, I'm pretty sure they literally did that to like, it's kind of, how can you not look at that and be like, that's kind of them trying to make her look a little more like sexual or whatever, like sexy character? Like, already Widowmaker, like, people looked at her like she was the most sexy or sexualized character, and now you're giving her this select hero screen thing, and, it's kind of weird. I guess, like, you didn't want people sexualizing your characters, and then you give her that. But, obviously with, like, the front of her suit being kind of open in the front, and then she has, like, the boob window, basically, and then the side boob, whatever, where it's, like, you can see a little bit of cleavage there. And then, the skin tight suit where it's, like, her ass is just there. And then they gave her her swimsuit skin, which also, of course, people are gonna sexualize the swimsuit skins. And then also with Diva, um, in Overwatch 1, she looked like, an average, like, I guess, young person, young adult, whatever. And then in Overwatch 2, they're like, let's make her a lot fucking thicker. Like, they made her entire, like, ass and thighs so much fucking thicker. And it's kind of like, you don't want people sexualizing your characters, and then you give her, like, cake ass, basically. Like, what? This just does not make any fucking sense. Like, people compare to Overwatch 1. Like, people have been comparing the Overwatch 1 and 2 things, like, before launch and whatever, being like, oh, hey, here's how the characters are different, and here's how they look different, here's their different, like, armor and hairstyles and whatever. And, of course, people notice that Diva has a bigger ass, because of course they do. Same thing with Tracer. Like, people compared Tracer's Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 look, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, it looks like she has a bigger ass. Like, they kind of ballooned her ass a little bit more. Like, they added a little bit onto there, so it's kind of like, you can do it, but your fans can't. It's just kind of weird that they didn't want people making Rule 34 content of their characters when they're literally sexualizing their own characters. Ashe also got a summer skin where she's, wearing a swimsuit and stuff. But yeah, also it's kind of like they're giving all the female characters whatever skins and stuff that's like, of course people are gonna sexualize these characters and these skins and stuff, but like, where are all the male character shit? Like, why are you only sexualizing the female characters? Like, it's kind of weird. Obviously, there's more people in the fandom that are sexualizing the female characters, but maybe if Blizzard themselves sexualized male characters as they sexualize the female characters, then more people would sexualize the male characters too, and there wouldn't be such a weird whatever there where it's only the female characters getting sexualized. Like, there have been a few like fan art things that I come across where people are like sexualizing this or that male character, but it's not as prominent as the female character sexualization in like fan art and stuff. Like, if you just look up Overwatch fan art, I'm sure you'll come across a lot of it. Like, it's not that fucking hard. Like, you don't even have to really look for it that much. So, you know, it's not that hard to just find a fan art that's a little questionable, I guess. So, you know, but yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about this a little bit, where it's like weird that Blizzard was like, oh yes, let's make this character look like this, and then tell people to not sexualize them when they're sexualizing their own characters. It's just really fucking weird. I don't get it. But it's also kind of weird that they only sexualize their female characters. Like, hello? It's kind of interesting. Like, if you're gonna sexualize one type of character, wouldn't you then sexualize all of them? Like, that's kind of interesting. Like, where's everything else? I mean, McCree did get, or I guess Cassidy, whatever you want to fucking call him, the cowboy, he did get a summer skin, but I don't see really anything of that. Like, I always, like, I don't even have to, whatever, I just look for fan art or some shit, and then I end up seeing people sexualizing whatever female character, and then not sexualizing this other character. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't want to really see either, but I just happen to see more than the other, and it's a little weird, I guess. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? It's kind of just weird to me. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I guess that'll be it for this video though, because I don't really have anything else to really point out, I guess. So yeah, anyways, I guess bye then.